Margaret Falker Farrier is leading a valuable EDS research study and needs our help. What you'll need is a tape measure, a pen or pencil, a form available for download at edsers.org under the tab titled EDS Garment Design Project, and of course an EDSer. First, measure neck circumference by wrapping the tape measure around the neck and recording the number at the pivot point located towards the center of your neck. Second, measure shoulder to waist by starting at the top of the shoulder and measuring past the bust down to the waist. Sometimes it's necessary to put your hands on your waist to indicate what actually feels like your waist. Third, measure shoulder to high point by again starting at the top of the shoulder and measuring to the center of the bust. Fourth, measure the bust circumference by wrapping the tape measure around the back and bringing it forward to measure the mid-center of the bust. Fifth, measure the waist circumference by placing the hands around the waist to indicate waist location and wrapping the tape measure around the back and bringing it forward. Sixth, measure the high hip circumference by bringing the tape measure 3 inches down from the waist circumference. Seventh, measure the hip circumference by wrapping the tape measure around the widest part of the hips, which is typically 8 inches down from the waist. Eighth, measure the girth by bringing the tape measure through the legs, up to the crotch, and measuring from waist to waist. Ninth, measure the crotch depth by sitting on a flat chair and measuring the distance from the waist to the chair. 10th, measure the inseam by standing up straight and measuring from the center of the crotch down to the floor. 11th, measure waist to floor by starting from the waist and measuring the distance down to the floor. 12th, measure the back neck to waist by starting at the back of the neck and measuring down to the waist. 13th, measure the back shoulder width by starting at the back of the neck and measuring to the tip of the shoulder where the seam of the sleeve is located. When measuring from the back neck to waist and the back shoulder width, make sure to start measuring from the first protrusion of the spinal column. It may be easier to see this starting point by tilting the head forward. 14th, measure the bicep by placing the tape measure underneath the arm and measuring around. 15th, record your general bra cup size. And lastly, 16th, record your current height. This is what the downloaded form looks like. After you've filled out the top half of the form, please be sure to also answer all the questions located at the bottom half of the form. Once you've completed your form, you may either scan it into the computer and email it to volcom@ucmail.uc.edu, or you may mail it out to Margaret Falker Farrier at the College of Design, Architecture, Art, and Planning in Cincinnati, Ohio. Thank you for taking the time and energy to participate in this research study, and as always, from all of us at EDSers United, stay strong and stay connected.